The biggest thing we did is we stopped working from sort of our top line revenue and saying, okay, we have one list of here's all our contracts and here's how much money we have under contract. And I started to pay a lot of attention to exactly when we were going to do the work, and more importantly, when we were going to invoice and get paid. And we would start to do projections farther out so that we knew not only what we have under contract, but how's that money going to be coming in. And that actually started to lead into paying a lot more attention to the contracts we were signing, because originally, honestly, some clients would walk in and here's the contract, okay, thanks, and we'll get going next week and whatever. I started to go through the contracts and actually started to look at, well, what are the payment terms of the contract, and does that make sense for our cash flow? So I could always look forward and know what's coming in, when we're going to get paid, but also when we have to start selling and how much we have to sell. And because that's another tricky one, you can land a really big contract if it doesn't start for 3 months, and then like Alex said, you work on it for a month, and then you send out an invoice, and then they'll pay within 30 days ideally, but it usually is 45, 60 days. You can't bank on that. You might be out of business before you get even close to that.
And now that you have a different kind of business, you have a software as a service startup, is cash flow a different beast?
It is, because it's a totally different model with what we're working on. So it's because it's a subscription model, it isn't these big contracts that are floating out here paid 30 days. It has more to do with getting enough people in the top of the funnel and getting them converted and keeping them as customers and building up that monthly revenue, and then also trying to say, how can we move people to the next step up and the next step up. So it's quite a different business, even really for me to understand, but the product is really sort of tailor-made for my last business in a lot of ways, although I do run everything in Dryrun, like through Dryrun too. So.
Right.